Hey guys, welcome back. I was going to have to build this anyway, but I figured why not do it on camera? Because some people are interested sometimes and they've never done a 3D printed engine before or whatever. How do you get that stuff off of there without breaking it? Hopefully I can show you without breaking it. I'm going to take and just go ahead and put this whole engine together. This is my very first time printing this one. I don't know if everything printed right. Usually this would be my test run, and I would see if something possibly didn't print correctly somewhere, and that way I could go back and fix it. But this is a new oh gosh, you can't see it. Let's see if I can get focus. SMX high, what's it called? High mount water jacketed. I think it's a big block Chevrolet. Well, no, it's not. This is like, I think this is going to be like what you would call one of your, like, who makes those? Is it Eagle? Who makes those big Hemi engines? Eagle racing engines? I don't know, but anyway, I guess SMX would be the manufacturer of this, because if you look at the front, you can obviously tell that that is not Chevrolet, and the block has some interesting designs on it. So this would be like a billet race engine. But anyway, let's put this thing together. Honestly, I don't have pictures for this one. There's another thing that comes up. Do you have instructions for these? I don't have instructions for these at all. I've got some pictures that are provided from the designer, but unfortunately on this one, he had to take all of his designs down for the moment. Well, for however long until he gets it fixed, something fixed. I have no reference pictures for this one. So we're going to try and wing this baby, or I just won't publish this video. First thing that I do is the blocks and things like that, cylinder heads and blocks, they're tough. They're not going to break. You can just pop those off. Things like these piping and stuff like that, if it was hollow, it may be more brittle, but valve covers and things like that, should just be able to pop them off. Just like that. So it pops right off. There will be some cleanup, and I'll show you how to do that. I did not get, they're right there. Okay. So there's the block, cylinder head 1, cylinder head 2, and I don't know if these cylinder heads are reversed or not, so we may run into that. I might have 2 left sides if there is a side specific, because there are offsets on the exhaust ports, and so I'm not sure if I've got, this is a, like I say, test print, but I figured I'd go ahead and build it. That came off easy. Valve cover 1, valve cover 2. This is the what the heck is this thing? Some kind of turbo piping. I don't know. I'm not up to date on my turbo stuff. I don't know. This is the crank pulley, which wouldn't have anything hooked to it besides a crank sensor. See if I can't break that for you. There we go. Popped it right off. Turbo shafts, or your actual turbines. Is this focusing? I can't see the darn camera hardly. It's over to the left. That's why it's such a funky angle. Pull that one off. 1, 2 turbos. Now I do have left and right because of the way I place them on the plate, how they should be. So I try to place things on the plate so the supports will be not being able, the places where the supports were won't be seen as obvious. I do know how the turbos would lay. Timing cover. I'm just looking for, like, if there's something really small that could potentially break, I would want to cut with the X-Acto, but this looks like this is going to, oh, it was very already almost loose. Okay, came right off. This little guy here, it's like a hose or something. I try to use the lightest supports I can on little parts like that. This is like an oil pump or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But, okay, it came right off. All right. Shall I get the rest of this stuff off, or make this video way too long? The intake, let's see. Knock these off real fast. Take the back of the X-Acto knife and just pop them loose. Some of the little throttle linkages and stuff like that, you want to be careful because you could break those. So just pop those supports loose just like that, and the intake should come on off. Oh yeah, looks like it printed well. First time I've seen this thing after it's printed. I bet you I'm going to struggle trying to figure out how this stuff goes, but we'll struggle together. Sometimes they'll stay on there like that. Just take your finger and just knock them right off. Oh, where's all this going to go? Jeez, why did I pick a turbo engine to do? Because I just built one the other day. It was a super simplified engine. You guys might be interested if you're just getting into 3D printed stuff. It's an LS, supercharged LS. And oh man, the header's printed nice. And it was so simple. Only like 8 or 9 parts, even with the transmission. Just simplified. And I should have done that one on camera. That would have been the smart thing to do, Matthew. Yeah, all the parts seem to come off nicely. Looks like those are wastegates or something like that. They look like oil filters, but I guarantee you it ain't an oil filter because I don't think these have oil filters. These are the wastegates, I think, down in here. Where the heck are they? You can't see them. There they are. Look like little spiders down in there. And some kind of, I think these are for the plug wires, coils or something. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave those on there right now. I'm just going to focus right now on getting the engine kind of put together. I don't know if we'll do this whole thing or not because this video might be too long. And I don't want to skip anything because you might be like, oh, he skipped the hard part. Nah, there's nothing hard about it. So that any surface that had contact points, take your flat sanding. This is 220 and that's fine. Take your flat sander, put it on there flat, just run it across a couple times, just knock those little points off if there are any. Any flat oil pan, and wipe the dust off with your finger. Cylinder heads, the bottom, that's where they attached. Like that. And anything with a flat surface that you can sand. Valve covers, really quick. And I'm obviously not going to paint this. I'm just going to put it together for display and pictures. If it looks okay, the flat surface of the intake, you can hit that a couple times. And the rest of this stuff, we are not going to do that to. All right. So where do we start? With the block and the heads. This does not come with a transmission, so I don't have to worry about fitting that on there. This is wide open, as you can see. Not a lot of reference points to line things up except for that top. Oh gosh, backwards. The top little edge right there is where your cylinder head's going to. Right there is where the top of the cylinder head will go, and you'll have the same thing down here. It's just really small. So I'll use my trusty Chinese glue. I bought this stuff from China. It looks like Loctite, but they faked it. This stuff is wonderful. It's thin. I love this stuff. And it costs like, it's a couple of bucks. All right, so let me pre-fit a cylinder head real fast. Really awkward trying to do it in the camera, but that's okay. See how this looks. Because if you don't get your heads right, your intake is not going to fit right. Oh, I got this magnifier on my head, and need to be using it. Then I'm right at the camera, so it's going to be loud if I talk. I'm just going to go for it. A little bit of glue, just a little bit of glue, just enough to just stick it. Just like that. Oh, and I keep Q-tips when I'm doing this kind of stuff, because if you get a big pool of it, that would just squish out everywhere. So take your Q-tip and just spread it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Sounds like Bob Ross. You don't want to make any happy accidents when you're doing this. All right, so let's see if we can't get it in frame. Put it on there. Super glue is tough because you better get it right the first time. I wonder, you know what, that cylinder head's got like an angle. I think they're both the same though. They are. So I think I probably got 2 wrong heads. I'll have to redo that. My super glue's already look like it's almost dry. This stuff cures really fast. Just a bubble. And then beat the devil out of it. I'm just joking. Don't beat the devil out of it. All right, so make that front edge the one that's going to be seen the most anyway. Right there. Bam. It's on there. It ain't going nowhere. After I do that, I'm going to take my intake. I'm not going to glue the intake yet, but you can, because that way the next cylinder head will go on there really nice. Okay, so this has got to go back like that. Yeah, I am going to do the intake. So a little bit of glue, just a little bit. If you're afraid to do super glue because it's not forgiving at all, once it's on there, it's on there. I have used Mod Podge, believe it or not, to do some parts that I could not, that I was afraid I wouldn't get them lined up quickly enough, and put some on there and stick her in the dehydrator for a few minutes, and it's nice and stuck and still together. All right, so intake. I'm gonna line the back up since the back has less room for error. I think I got the cylinder head backwards. I think I should. I think I'm gonna have another. I think this, I don't know. I'll go back through and figure it out. But anyway, for time being, we're gonna do this. All right, so I got the intake on there now. I can put the other head, and it should just butt right up. Little glue. And where'd it go? There it is. Make sure your exhaust ports are not facing your intake. That wouldn't be good. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the right cylinder head for this side because it fits. You know what? That might be right. That might just be right. You see that fits the block nice? And the block's got a little contour on it there, and this side doesn't. So I think I do have the heads right. So good. All right, so there's that. My goodness. Let me turn this heat off. I'll be right back. All right, it has been cold here. It was the high. I know it's not cold relative to some of the other places, but I think the high today was like 51. It was cold. Our oil pan. Go ahead and put that on there. I'll tell you what, let's do the timing cover. Make sure it fits first, because I didn't sand anything on that. Make sure it goes up in there. It's got dial pins to, oh yeah, perfect. Man, not much got to glue that. If you can get away with not gluing the edges, if it's got dowels, you know, just glue the dowel. Don't glue to where you're going to have some maybe potential glue showing. Take that, put it in there just like that. Self-aligning. There's your crank trigger. See a little crank trigger? No, I can't, Matthew. Right there. That's pretty cool. So then your crank pulley's just going to go right there. And there's your crank trigger. I mean, that's getting kind of into weeds of the details personally for me, but you can't even see it once it's in the car, but it's there. All right, got that. Now we'll put the oil pan. Make sure she fits on there nicely. Looks good. I wouldn't do it that, I would line it up better and do some more pre-test fitting if I'm painting this thing up and you got some time in it. And getting the oil pan nice, and you want to get it straight with the edges. And I don't know if you can see that because I can hardly see it. Close enough for this. It's like I could have moved it over a little bit. You see that? It's stuck. You better get her in the right place. That's all I got to say. Get it in the right place the first time, or use some kind of gel super glue, which will, I'm just getting some of that white dust out of there. That white gel super glue is a little more forgiving because it takes a little bit longer. This stuff right here, it's quick, but I really like it. All right, so I got that oil pan. Let me move this up a little so I got keep having to bend down. All right, valve covers. SMX. Wonder what that stands for. Oh, it's got these little bolts. You can't go too far down, so it actually kind of lines your valve cover up. Just laying it right on the head bolts. That's nice. Alrighty. I am right on the phone. You guys are probably hearing me whistling, nose whistling and everything else. Alright, that's that. It's on there just like that. Man, that looks cool. What does SMX stand for, though? It's one of these high dollar billet turbo engines that you see. Well, I guess you do. I've never seen an SMX. Maybe this is, I don't know. I just have no idea. SMX, though, it's going to be one of those aftermarket engines. I wonder if it's Chevy based or something. Who knows? And don't put your valve cover on upside down, especially if you're using super glue, because it ain't coming back off. Knock a little bit of that off there. That's a little too much. It's like that. Get this one on there. Oh yeah. I wonder what like cubic inch that would be. It looks giant. It looks like it's got to be like 600 cubes or something. Cubes. How you like that? Talking all race car cubes. What? I never say that. That's like people say thou for thousandths. I just stuck the crank on there to make sure it fit, and it does. Like you're off by 2 thou. It just seems like it's too easy to just finish saying thousandths. I've watched like engine builders and stuff like that on TV. They'll say thou. Just never got that one. Like, it just sounds funny to me. I just say thousandths. It really wasn't that much harder to say thousandths. And it feels like I'm not finishing what I'm trying to say if I said thou. 2 thou. All right, get that in there. There we go. Did I get it in there? Crank in. That fits nicely too. Right there under that fake water pump, because I don't think this would have water pump. It does say water jacketed. I don't know what that means. I think water jacketed means it would have water, but a lot of these engines, they run on alcohol and they're just running a quarter mile. They do not run. Matter of fact, I know that for sure because Cletus McFarlane, I like to watch that channel. I think the car Mullet that they run, no water. There's no radiator. Although they have it to where they can add a radiator if they do those road dragon drives or whatever they call them. All right, so this has got to somehow go. I got to put the turbos together. That's going to be, okay. Which one of these goes in which way? Because this thing's got a exhaust one and an intake one. I bet the intake one is the more aggressive one. Let's see if that, no, it's only one way. Because it fits in there. Okay, so that's how that goes. Sorry. I can't do this. This is just aggravating with this camera. I can't see it, and then I'm like looking, y'all ain't seeing nothing. All right. And it ain't focusing worth a flip. All right, so that just goes, you know what, that's a little tight. Just a little tight. I'm going to take this and just run it around the edge. That might be something I have to make an adjustment on, because that needs to slip in there, which ain't no problem to do. Let's get in there now. Am I going on the right dang side? You know what? I'm not. Hold on, is this the... This is the exhaust. Yeah, it is, because the exhaust is in the back. Okay. Let me make sure it fits in here first. So this is the back side of the compressor. Yeah, I'm going to have to downsize the turbine shaft for sure, because it ain't fitting either way. I mean, it's barely going in there, but you want it to just slide right in. So I'm going to make these adjustments on here, but I will definitely be going back and making an adjustment on the file. So let me do this without cutting myself on camera. That would be that right. That's the right side I'm digging out here. That's why you build one of these before you sell it, because you're like, oops, that don't fit. Get in there. It's almost in. I'm just having to force the darn thing. Goodness, there we go. Yeah, that's not right. We'll fix that. All right. Got that side in there. Now let me, this goes down. Oh yeah, look at there. Check it out. Pretty cool. And you could paint that separate, I suppose, as long as it fits where it go in there. Now, when I get it in there, am I going to be able to turn it to get it lined up with the exhaust? I don't know. That's a good question, Matthew. Looks like it should be about right there. Just like, let's see. Fit it onto the exhaust, which fits nicely. This guy does really nice work, by the way. I do sell a couple of his designs. That is a little bit, needs to be turned just a hair. But I've never ventured out in too many turbo engines. But I had someone ask me the other day if I could print this one. I said, sure. Then I found out that he wasn't selling them at this time, but I reached out to him and was able to work it out. And, which is good. All right, so I know that's not going to fit, so I'm going to go ahead and hog this. Is this the right side? Yeah. Hog this side out, just sort of slide in there. And you can't see nothing because I'm looking at it. Just take your knife and just, well, you shouldn't have to do this, but if you do, just take your knife and carefully go around and open that up. Man, I'm intimate with the camera right now. This is kind of a little too close. I'll have to down the volume on it because I'm right on top of you. Yeah, so I'll go in and I will reduce the size of the impeller, I guess is what you call it. Reduce the size of that. And am I doing, which side goes in which? The small side goes in here. Because ideally that will just slide right in there. I think this one goes somewhere about right there. Get in there, dadgum ya. About to have heat stroke. I had the heat on all day and it was nice and comfortable. And I guess because the camera's on me, I'm all about to have a heat stroke here. I hate that it won't focus on what I'm doing. I apologize. It only focuses when I look at it and I move it, and it begins to focus then. Okay. Let's see, about right there-ish. Okay, that's better. All right, there we're together. All right. I need to, if I glue these onto the engine with the exhaust, I want to be able to turn it a little bit without breaking something, but I think I got it pretty close. All right, so we're going to put our visor back down so I can see, make sure the exhaust is going up in there like it's supposed to. Looks like it is. The holes are quite deep, but I can guarantee you they don't supposed to go that deep, because one of them, the bend is way shallower than the way shallower. So I think they're kind of supposed to go a little flushish, if that's even a word. It's not. I know it's not a word, as a matter of fact. All right, so I'm just gonna glue them on there. Put a little dab of glue on each one of the exhaust here. Oh gosh, that was a huge drop. Just knock it down a little bit with your Q-tip. It kind of soaks it up too. Let's see. This is always the tricky part, getting your exhaust where you're supposed to have it, especially when it's turned upside down and backwards like this, because it's going up front. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if they'll stay, that'd be great. I may have needed to put glue on the inner parts of the holes rather than on the exhaust. Okay, no, it took. It's pretty cool. Is it hitting the engine? No, it's clear. Look at there. Cool. Okay. See how this one lines up? This is when you end up knocking the other one off when you're trying to put the other one on. All right, that looks about the same. I think I will, well, I think I'll just do what I did. It worked. So put the glue on this side. And take your Q-tip and kind of smear it around a little bit. It's not hard to build these engines. You just have to be, I guess they're more intricate typically than your kit engines, and you don't have instructions. So they're, you know, that's the intimidation factor. There ain't no instructions. Get that thing glued on there. So yeah, to answer your question again, no, there aren't any instructions. And unless I've put one together, I don't know either. And, you know, I do put them together because I have to take a picture for, typically take a picture for display or for the website purposes, unless I can use designers. But I have to go by their pictures, and what I have done in the past is taken the pictures from the designer and just emailed them to the person to make. That ain't where that goes. Did I do something wrong here? I sure did. Okay, no, I didn't do anything wrong. That one has to be turned on around. Okay, and that's going to break the header off, probably trying to turn it. And let me try. I'll just hold it by the turbo, maybe, since I'm not holding the engine. There we go. Ugh. Better. A little bit more. Matthew, could you make more of a boring video? Probably so. I'm sure I can if I tried hard enough. And we had to look at this thing upside down the whole time. All right, let me do something here. Let me move this camera, because I ain't thought about that. You guys are sitting here having to look at it kind of upside down or sideways. I'll just try and reach around this way. It might be easier too, because I can kind of just lean over. Still all on the camera though. Let's see. And no, you still can't see. Looks like I still got to move a little bit. I think this is how this goes. This one needs to come out and turn down some. I think I turned it down more than some. Getting close. Getting darn close. It looks like. It's like super glue is about to be implemented. Okay. All right, so which one do I put glue on first? It's like all three. Yeah, that's what I think too. And then this is going to be this is funny. You have this regional sayings, right? Regional, or I don't know if it's regional, but there's people around here, and I don't ever say this one, but if something is hard, some of the old timers around here, they say that's a boy dog right there. That's going to be a boy dog. That means it's going to be tough, hard, difficult. A boy dog. I don't know why a boy dog is supposed to be tough, but that's what they say. All right, get that glue, and I'm not gonna put any glue on this one over here yet. Oh gosh, I about dropped it, and it would have stuck right to the pad. Let's see if I can get these two kind of where they need to go. This one stuck on there, and this one on here. Oh, come on, Matthew, you can do it. You can. Ooh, that was close. Oh man, it's moving in my tweezers. Oh, I'm hitting down there, no wonder. Crud. Okay, hold on. No, I'm not a turbo guy. Maybe this is why. It's like my turbo's a little out of alignment because of them darn shafts didn't fit right. And I'm sitting here just about breaking a darn sweat. Been cold all day long. Okay, how about I grab it right here? See if I had made a difference doing that. I think my glue's already dry though. That's where it's supposed to be, right there, and the glue is not going to stick. Oh, it did stick. I ain't even going to glue that one. I got it close as I want it. All right, so I got that in there. Then there's two more. I didn't put the little oil pump thing on it. It goes right here-ish. And the other, I think we'll end it after this. The little wastegates, I think they'll go right there. Where the heck? Oh, these go on the end of the. No, do they go there? I don't know where they go. No, the wastegates, yeah, they go right there. So does this go this way or does this go this way? No. I think they turn down. Heck, I don't know. I don't know if that little, they can't go that way. That's sticking out too far. Well, we might be ending the video right here because I don't exactly know how the exhaust is supposed to go, and I will get pictures from the designer, so I'll know exactly how to do that. I don't want to put them on there without that. But anyway, there it is for the most part, other than those little wastegate things that I got to figure out where they go. The ignition, I think they look like little spark plug boot, look like little coils, but I could be wrong. They may be something to do with fuel, but I'll figure that one out. Let me pull one of these off so you can just see it. The wastegates. There's the little, you can hardly see it, it's so darn little, and I can't get the thing to focus. That's the wastegates right there. And I'm pretty sure they go right here. Well, I'm trying to look through here, right there. I think they go right there. I know they're right there near the turbos. Not even exactly sure how they work. They blow off boost. I guess when you decelerate or something, they blow the boost off so it just doesn't continue to pump tons of boost in there, even in deceleration. But for the most part, that is the engine, and that one will be up on the website soon. I will make those adjustments on those impeller shafts or your turbine shafts or whatever. But there it is. So thanks for watching. Oh, I was going to show you this other engine really fast. The one I was telling you about was simple. This is a LS. It's a supercharged LS. It's got the pulley assembly, the blower assembly, Chevrolet valve covers, the blocking heads together, and looks like probably a Tremec transmission and oil pan, really shallow oil pan and some headers. And it builds up nice, looks good. I built one. There it is right there. So that is exactly what you'll get. There's that, no more, no less. But yeah, neat little LS. Got a nice set of headers that are very block hugging, so that looks like they would fit in the chassis pretty good. But anyway, I haven't got it on there either, but these both and two more that are in the works will be on very soon. Appreciate you guys watching. I hope you weren't completely bored with this, but I thought I got to put it together anyway. Might as well include you guys because I have a lot of questions on how do you get them off the trees or the supports, and what glue do you use, and things of that nature. So I figured I'd include you guys. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. This video was way too long because I'm already looking and it shows, oh, it's 24. I thought it was 34. Didn't have my glasses on. So maybe not as long as some of my other stuff. I have some progress on the Edsel. I also have some progress on the 1904 Oldsmobile right here to the right. I'm not going to show you right now, but I've been working on both of those. And thanks guys for watching. The website, really quick before you leave. The website was giving me a problem with forwarding, and I already mentioned this on the other video. I just want to make a clarification of what I've done. It was not, when you would go mcvproducts.net in a Google search, it would give you old links to pages in the old website. You'd click on that link, it would go nowhere. It would say not found. I had someone in the comments of that video where I was trying to explain how to get to it, the proper mcv.com now it is. He said you should go to your old website and just put a link in there or a button. What I did, instead of trying to forward it and it giving some confusion, I opened the old website back up and took everything off of it. Every page you click on now, it's just got a link that carries you straight to mcvproducts.com. So if you put in mcvproducts.net, it's going to take you there. Just hit the button. It's going to carry you over. My goal is to eventually just be .com. I've already ordered the stickers. I've already got the website. I've just got to get everyone that doesn't knowing that it's mcvproducts.com, but you can still do .net. For now, .net will still get you to the old website. Click the button. It's as simple as that. It's one extra click, literally. So, thank you guys for your patience. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it, and my family does too. And you guys take care, and we'll see you soon. I'll have a video. I'm going to be painting that Edsel shortly, so we'll have a video on that, and we'll check in on the 1904 Curve Dash Oldsmobile. Take care, guys. We appreciate you.